Severance's latest episode, The After Hours, just dropped, and longtime fans of the original Twilight Zone may have noticed some fun Easter eggs. I want to break these references down, how it relates to Severance, and if it holds any clues for the future of the show. This is a wild one, so please stick around to the end for my own theory on how this Easter egg could hint at a future Severance plotline. In the After Hours, we of course learn some pretty unnerving revelations, one of which is the severed birthing cottages are sometimes used for women Jaime Egan has impregnated. Apparently, this happens so often there is a protocol put in place. Yikes. In the cover of Darkness, Harmony and Devin, with Mark hiding in the back, go up to the security checkpoint at this birthing cottage. Harmony explains to the security officer that Devin is one of the latest in, let's just say, a misadventure with Jaime Egan, which explains why she didn't have anything on the books for her. Harmony invokes some seemingly cryptic code words, asking for Marcia White on the 9th floor, and that she's looking for a golden thimble. In the Twilight Zone episode, also titled The After Hours, a woman named Marcia White is sent to the 9th floor of a department store. The item she's after, you guessed it, a golden thimble. Now, spoilers for this Twilight Zone episode, when the young lady makes her way up to the elevator to the 9th floor, she sees an empty department store. Empty, that is, besides a creepy saleswoman, and right away she is acting very weird with Marcia, but maybe strangest of all, the only item in this seemingly empty storeroom is one golden thimble. Despite her finding this very odd, she buys a thimble, and on her way down the elevator, she notices that it is damaged and scratched. After complaining to management, demanding a refund, the staff informs her that there is no 9th floor. Later that evening, she finds herself getting locked in the department store. Now, things get very creepy, and Marcia keeps hearing her name coming from all directions, but there's only mannequins around her. The twist is, in fact, Marcia White is a store mannequin, and that each mannequin gets 1 month to come to life and live as a human. Though seemingly she just forgot, honestly the lore isn't really that well explained. The episode ends, of course, with Marcia the next day, now a mannequin. Clearly the writers of the show enjoyed this episode, and both shows have similar themes of living dual lives, and if we're going to get really into it, the very nature of existence. The elevator from the Twilight Zone and the exports elevator both have a very mysterious quality to them. Also, you can see how Zone's Marcia and Gemma are kind of having this similar splintered existence. So, is this just a fun Easter egg to an obscure first season Twilight Zone episode, or could it have a deeper meaning? If you examine the twist, it's a woman who seems to be living a normal life, only to discover that she is basically store property, or in Severance's case, maybe Lumen property. The key thing, however, is Marcia in the Twilight Zone is totally unaware of this splintered life, whereas the characters in Severance are very aware of their own dualities. Now, here's my theory. What if this is possibly teasing a brand new character in an upcoming season? Maybe it's someone who doesn't know they are severed. I think the implications of that would be really interesting. And before you call BS and think, well, why wouldn't you remember such an extreme surgery? I don't think we know everything that these chips can do, and maybe even blocking the entire surgery and recovery time is possible. It doesn't seem that far of a stretch. But I want to know what y'all think. What did you think of this Severance episode? Also, are you one of the few people that actually seen this Twilight Zone episode? I think it's a good one, and it's a really interesting episode to parallel with the show. Thanks for hanging out with me on the Severed Floor, and hey, if you want to check out some of these other videos, I have an entire Severance playlist, and I will see y'all in the next one.